Hello, we are covering job rotation, job enlargement, and job enrichment in this video. And the first thing you uh, should be understanding is that job rotation and job enlargement both are horizontal forms, and whereas the job enrichment is vertical form. So what happens in the horizontal forms essentially is the number of tasks in the the job role are increasing. So let's start with job rotation and what it says. So okay, so the basic definition of job rotation would be to switch the employees between different jobs. So the one key differentiator between all three of these is that in job rotation you switch employees within different jobs. Now you could do this for a number of reasons, and this form of job design will also help the organization help the employee to increase this employee's knowledge, skills and abilities. So job rotation will increase and will develop an employee's skill. Now uh, this job rotation, this usually happens on the same level of difficulty. Now what I mean by this is you will not be getting moved to a job that is much more difficult than your last one was. So you will require more or less the same kind of skills and the similar level of difficulty. So job rotation this way will help increase employee satisfaction, and it will decrease monotony of a job, so you don't have to do the same thing every day, and it gets boring, or you can avoid boredom. Now job rotation has some key features, and those are movement across roles, as I have already explained, learning and exposure. Of course, now that you move on to a different job, you will be learning different things, so skill development and preventing monotony. And one example for job rotation could be moving people between sales and marketing. So kind of similar, and the level of skill and difficulty is also very similar. So job rotation can happen between those two roles. Now that we've understand what job rotation is, let's see what job enlargement is. Now what happens in job enlargement is that the number of tasks within the job are increased, the variety of tasks is increased. This helps the job be more competitive and challenging, and so it gives employees something to look forward to. So let's say in a retail chain, someone who was acting as a cashier, or someone who was hired for the role of just a cashier, is also managing inventory, is stocking up inventory, or is helping out with checkouts, handling employee queries and customer queries, and their doubts. So that increasing the number of tasks in a job is called job enlargement. So now this job enlargement is very and completely uh, opposite of job specialization, where wherein job specialization you only do the things that you have skills in or you have expertise in. So you've been an experienced player in that job. So whereas in job enlargement you do quite the opposite. So Yeah, so the second form of horizontal expansion is job enlargement. And let's see what the example here is. In a manufacturing setting, a worker who is typically responsible for assembling a specific component may also be assigned the task of quality checking the final product. Okay, so let's say I was assigned a task of assembling batteries in mobile phones. Now, the organization has also asked me to help out with the quality check of this product. So, that is an example of job enlargement. A customer service representative in a call center might be given additional responsibilities such as handling more complex customer inquiries. So, what is happening is more responsibility is being put on the employee here in job enlargement. And from that we go to job enrichment. Okay, before that, job enlargement has more or less a category which is called job extension. Now, job extension is a job design strategy that involves combining multiple simple tasks or assignments to create a new job with broader range of responsibilities. Again, the responsibilities are getting increased. What happens in job extension is you take very simple tasks and you combine it and make a job, and this new job will obviously have more responsibilities than before. So this is how job extension is a category of job enlargement. Now from that we move on to job enrichment. Job enrichment is, in one line, the redesigning of job so that the employees can feel job satisfaction. Now what happens in job enrichment is it aims to strive for employee satisfaction. So this will make the job more engaging, more fulfilling, more satisfying, more rewarding, so that the employee feels of importance. Now let's see what are the four features are. Five features are okay. So increased complexity of tasks. So you go a little beyond the challenge and give something a little more challenging to this employee, so that they can feel a sense of accomplishment, a sense of responsibility. So a little bit of increase of complexity. Then we have greater autonomy. Freedom is given to employee. Here the employee feels more in control of what they are doing, and they feel like they are the decision makers of this job. So that will obviously increase job satisfaction. Then we have task significance, to feel like the task that they're doing, the job that they've been assigned to, has some worth in the organization. Then feedback and recognition. You have to give feedback to your employees and recognize them for what they're doing right. And even if the feedback is in negative, at least the employee feels like their job has some value, so that it is being evaluated and feedback is being provided. From that we move on to skill development. Employees are encouraged to develop new skills and competencies as part of their enriched roles. So within job enrichment, the new design of job will help the employee develop their skills. So let's see an example. For example, a customer service representative's job can be enriched by giving them more control over the problem solving process, allowing them to make decisions about how to handle customer complaints, and giving them the opportunity to learn new skills as negotiating or conflict resolution. So a customer service representatives job can be enriched by giving them more control over problem solving or handling conflict with the customers. So that is how you can enrich jobs. Now to sum up, job enrichment is everything about giving the employee a sense of responsibility, a sense of fulfillment, a sense of motivation to work for the job. Enlargement will always include increasing the variety of tasks, increasing the number of tasks to make it more challenging and make the job more desired. And in rotation, you change the job role of the employee within the similar level of difficulty and within the similar level of skills. So yeah, that is job rotation, job enlargement, and job enrichment. Thank you so much.